Hello everybody, I'm sorry I'm a little late. And let me turn down. I was just on a radio show. If you want to rewatch it, you can find it on my Facebook page, the link to it, with my dear friend and teacher, Christina Bloom. She was the first one to take me on a vision quest and was instrumental in me becoming who I am right now. So it was really good. And if you missed it, we're going to be doing a Facebook Live tomorrow. Thank you, love. We're going to do a Facebook Live tomorrow. We're going to try to get it on both of our pages. So hopefully you can watch us tomorrow right here on my own page. Let me get my phone put up here. Oh, they just turned down all the volume. And we're back. Okay, awesome. All right, thank you everyone for joining me. Hopefully you got the memo that we are doing 7 o'clock now. Make an emergency phone call. Anyway, thank you everyone. We are here. I was just on my friend's radio show, so I'm a couple minutes late, but I am here now. I don't know if anyone is on yet. I'm not seeing anything, any people, any numbers or anything. So I will just wait. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, so I am live. I don't know if anyone's there. Maybe no one got the memo that we were starting early tonight, and for now on 7 o'clock Pacific time.
I'm on and it's not showing up.
It's on. We're having technical difficulties. You're not seeing it on your phone or anything?
It says live, but there's no numbers, and I'm on.
That's weird, yeah, because then it's showing no...
And I already commented.
Okay. We are having some... Oh, now it says 1.
Oh.
I wonder if that's you or if that's someone else. Try commenting again, love. We are having some technical difficulties. We got off to a little bit of a late start tonight. A late early start because we're starting early tonight. Oh, there you are, love. Yes. Yes. So, I see the comments. Yay. I am seeing this. Thanks, Valerie. Okay, I think we're in business. And I don't think anyone else is on yet. Oh, there's someone else. Yay! Come on in. I apologize for being a little late. I don't know if that made people question whether we were starting at 7 tonight, but we are. And we're here, and I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are going to do some medicine card readings. So if you would like a 1-card reading tonight, comment yes in the comments. Well, where else would you comment? Put yes in the comments if you would like a reading, a 1-card reading. And we will go from there. I'm a little bit... Hey, Chelsea, good to see you. Yay. DT. Yes, please. Okay. So we've got Valerie, DT, Chelsea, Yay. Good to see you, Chelsea. So we have 3 more places, up to 6. First 6 people to say yes in the comments will get a 1-card reading. Starting with my lovely lady. The first thing I'm going to do is pull a card for everybody, regardless of whether you get a personal reading or not. This covers everybody for this week. Okay. I'm a little bit out of it at the moment. I just did an interview on a radio station with my friend who has a radio show. And she was one of my first teachers. I took a psychic development class with her way back when. And then she was the one who led me on my first vision quest. So, you going home? I love you.
I love you.
Bye. You can listen to me still, maybe.
I have to listen in the car.
Yeah.
That's why I asked a question earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Love you.
Hey. Psst. All right. Sorry about that. My lovely lady has to leave. So, all right. Okay, this is a really strange evening tonight. So I'm kind of all over the place. So let me start over. Hello, I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. We are going to do some readings with the medicine card deck. The medicine cards, if you're not familiar, they're these beautiful cards that have the different totem animals on them. And if you would like a personal 1-card reading, just comment yes, and we will put you on the list. First 6 people, and Valerie, I will talk to her later. I kind of gave her a card as she went out the door. But, okay, and the first card I'm going to pull is for everybody. And so regardless of whether you get a personal reading tonight or not, this card applies to you. I pulled Dolphin. Actually, Dolphin jumped out of the deck. And what Dolphin medicine is about is the breath. So we all need to breathe. We all need to, if we're all so set on what am I supposed to be doing and accomplishments and progress and producing, right? That we forget to take the inhale. If you're all you're doing is exhaling, you're going to keel over. You're going to pass out. So give yourself the benefit of the pause, of the inhale, and Dolphin is kind of the perfect example of that. Say, like Dr. Wayne Dyer talks about how you are a spirit having a human experience, not a human having a spiritual experience. Dolphin is a mammal who lives in the ocean, so they are air breathers. And so she depends on that breath. It's that breath, and if you think about how in many languages, spirit and air are the same word or similar words. They come from the same root. And so it's the air in Dolphin's lungs that allows Dolphin to swim through the waves in the ocean, be in the world, but not of the world. And so when Dolphin comes up, it's time to remember to breathe. And beyond that, it's following the rhythm of that breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, right? Like Dolphin comes to the surface, takes an inhale, connecting with spirit, connecting with the air, And it's taking that air into her lungs that allows her to dive into the world, to swim and navigate through the world. And then when she needs to, she rises, takes another breath of spirit, and dives again. So what I liken that to is meditation, is having some form of meditative practice where you have a rhythm once or twice a day where you are tuning into spirit. You're letting go of the rest of the world, rising to spirit and opening up to take that big breath of spirit, which is what allows you to come into the physical world and navigate through the world. So that is the card for everyone, whether you get one card reading for yourself or not. Dolphin applies to everybody. All right, so the first one on our list is DT. And I humbly ask for, as a love donation for these videos, if you would please share the video. That's kind of my asking suggested donation, is if you have someone who you think might enjoy this or benefit from this, or a page, or just putting it on your wall, whatever, but please share this video. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, DT. And for those who just came in, I noticed a couple other people coming in. If you want a one-card reading, we have a few spots left yet. Just write yes in the comments, and we will put you on the list. We got like 4 spots left. All right, so DT. DT, the one that came up for you is Lynx in reverse. Thank you, Chelsea. Lynx is the keeper of secrets. Lynx is kind of the matron saint of psychics and seers. And so trust what you're seeing. You are very psychic. You are very intuitive. You can trust what you're getting, and don't second guess yourself, and you're probably very empathic as well. You're picking up other people's thoughts and feelings, which can be overwhelming. It's like you know things about people that you're quote unquote not supposed to know, right? You are the keeper of secrets. You know, like when someone walks into the room, you know everything you need to know about them before they even open their mouth. And that can be a tricky place to be, but it is a blessing. And trust what you get. It doesn't mean you need to volunteer all those secrets. But what am I trying to say? Know that your visions are valid. Know that what you feel is valid. Know that the downloads you get are valid. You don't need to, you don't have to share them with others to see, hey, is this okay? Or does this sound right? Or whatever. You can trust that what you're getting is true. And the other part about Lynx in reverse is that in order to get a clear picture of what's going on around you, you have to be clear on the inside as well. We have this tendency sometimes to hide from ourselves, to hold secrets from ourselves, like we won't admit that we really like something or whatever it is. And in shamanism, we talk about becoming the hollow bone. We're the hollow bone where that spirit can move through, that we become the eyes and the hands and the voice of spirit in the world. And in order to do that with the highest degree of integrity and the highest degree of clarity, you have to be hollow. You have to have no secrets. It's like deal with your issues Be honest with yourself. Allow yourself to feel the things that you feel. And in that way, not only will you be more clear in what you share, but also that the other piece of clarity that will come is the difference between your thoughts, your downloads, and other people's. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. But you can trust yourself. You can trust what you're getting. It's true. Doesn't mean you have to share. You don't have to ask permission. You don't have to get an explanation from others or give an explanation to others what's going on with you. Trust your own counsel. Trust that you do know what you're doing and that where you are is the right place, okay? I hope that makes sense. Like I said, I just came off of a radio interview, so my head's a little bit muzzy. Probably not as clear as I normally am on these, but I hope that helps. All right, Chelsea, you are next. Let's see, who's going to come and play with Chelsea this week? All right, Chelsea, you got Otter. Oh, I'm glad that made sense, DT. Awesome. Chelsea, you got Otter. Otter came up. And Otter is basically the presence of the divine feminine. The flow, you know, it's what comes up for me every time Otter comes up is that quote that I always misquote from Einstein about the greatest decision you'll ever make is whether you live in a friendly universe or a hostile one. This is about living in a friendly universe, seeing the love in every person, regardless of who they are, being inclusive. And I know you lead workshops and groups and stuff, I believe, and especially women stuff. So it's like, to me, I know I don't know a lot about you, but I do know a little bit, and that seems perfect. That divine feminine, bringing together sisters and beings of that higher intention and love to bring to the universe, to bring to the world the healing that is needed. And doing it in a playful manner, doing it for the joy of doing it, not because it's your duty, because I've got to heal the world, so I have to do this stuff. It's like, this is what calls to my heart, you know, walking in beauty. I always use that phrase, and what that means is that everything you do either creates beauty or fear, ugliness, you know, love or fear. And I've seen those mandalas you do with the flowers and stuff. They're just beautiful. It's like you're bringing more beauty into the world. There's enough ugliness. There's enough conflict in the world. Let's bring some beauty into the world. Let's work with the flow of the universe rather than against it. And let's find creative answers to this, to all the different challenges and stuff. So I'm thinking, in my mind, it's like you're right where you're supposed to be. This is, to me, that's a validation of everything you're doing, that you're doing everything right, just from the little bit that I do know about you. So I hope that is helpful, Chelsea. I hope that makes sense. Esperanza, yay, you are next. I'm glad everyone got the memo that we are going to move. Okay, Nancy and Deb. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got room for one more person. We've got Esperanza's next, and then Nancy and Deb. Yes, I got you, Deb. You and Nancy. It was so good to see you the other day, Nancy. I really enjoyed hanging out with you. All right. So Esperanza. Esperanza, you got the hummingbird. Yes, Chelsea, awesome, beautiful, perfect. Yes, total validation. You are so welcome. Remember to play. If you need to remember to play, go find Patty. She's like the best playmate I know of. Anyway, Esperanza, hummingbird came up for you. And hummingbird is about joy. It feels like, I don't know what it was, but it feels to me like there was a shift, like there was some heaviness that fell away that allowed you to lighten up, to become more like your true self, that light and joyful self, that, dropping the ballast, dropping all the things that are distracting you from your path. Oh, hey, Jeff. Jeff, we've got room for one more reading. Do you want a quick reading? As I finish with Esperanza here. You just feel freer, Esperanza. You feel like you don't have as much. Awesome, Jeff. That is our final place. You are freer now, Esperanza, to do what you want to do, like the way that hummingbird, they can hover in place. They're the only bird, I think, that can fly backwards. So you literally have an infinite number of paths that you can take. And that's not to make you overwhelmed with, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because once you take one path, you're zip, zip, zip. You can come back and try a different path, or you can change from the path you started on to a different path. You have no limitations. And it's like letting your true colors shine, like the hummingbirds with their jeweled throats and heads and everything, that iridescence. It's like letting your true colors show. Awesome, awesome. I'm so glad. Yes. So again, with the validation, this is just validating for you that you're doing it. You're in the right place at the right time. Things are falling into place. And you probably have a taste of who you truly are, without all the heaviness of the world and the expectations and stuff. So, yay. I'm really happy for you, Esperanza. Awesome, awesome. All right. Deb, we'll do you next. See who's going to come and play with Deb this week. All right, Deb, the one that came up for you was Deer, but in reverse. And what that tells me, the first thing that comes up is to go easy on yourself, a little more self-compassion. A while back, during the pandemic, I was doing some things, and I kept checking in with it's like, am I doing okay? Am I doing okay? Is there something else I'm supposed to be doing? Am I okay? Am I okay? How am I doing? And I was trying to start my business, this business and everything. And I was doing a bunch of other things, and I kept checking. It's like, am I doing okay? Am I doing okay? And my guides told me point blank, you're the only one that's judging yourself. No one else is judging you. The spirits, they said, we're pleased as punch with what you're doing. We have no complaints. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing in the time frame you need to be doing it. There is nothing. Whatever you do is perfect. We are not judging you. You are the only one that is casting doubt on what you're doing. So ease up on yourself a little bit, Deb. Let yourself, like the dolphin card I pulled for everybody, let yourself breathe. Remember your spirit. Remember that you're not, human. This is not, like, human is not your first language. We'll put it that way. You are spirit. And, I mean, you are so meticulous and so, have such a high integrity of anyone I know in everything you do that, look at yourself with those big Bambi eyes and see. Okay, so your homework is to look yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, and I won't make you say I love you. You can if that feels comfortable. But otherwise, I just want you to do the namaste. Look into your own eyes and tell yourself the divine in me sees the divine in you. And recognize the divine in yourself. To know that there is nothing you can do wrong. That there is no one more powerful than you. There's no one equipped to judge you. And so let yourself off the hook and see the divine in you. See the purpose in everything you do. Even mistakes are purposeful, because that's how we learn the right way to do things. Okay, the namaste. You don't have to do the I love you thing. Do the namaste. Just see the divine in your own self. Okay, that's your message. All right, Nancy, you are up. All right, Nancy. You got Ant in reverse. Of course, Ant is about patience. Ant is about one step at a time. In reverse, it can be like trying to build the penthouse before you've even broken ground on the building, and also not taking on too much stuff, especially other people's stuff, and just because they can lift, 10 times their own body weight, doesn't mean they're supposed to be loaded down every moment of the day. In fact, if you're expending your energy for other people, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you're carrying other people, if you're enabling other people by giving more energy than it warrants, then you're just detracting from your own purpose, your own, if you're carrying everyone else, there's nothing left to put toward your own path, toward your own well-being, right? So no able-bodied adult should be carried to the top of the mountain. Like, there was a story I heard about a guy who got on the bus, I think in New York or something, and he had this big, heavy backpack on his back, and he gets on the bus, and he's standing there, and he's still carrying that backpack. And a woman sitting next to where he was standing was like, you know, the bus is strong enough to carry both you and your backpack. And so it's like, when you can put down the load. Exhaustion is not a badge of honor. Let go of what you can. Like that whole thing of, you know, don't do today what you can put off until tomorrow. The main point of your life is to enjoy it. We don't, just because how do I put it? You don't have to be productive. You don't have to be producing anything. You don't need to be doing anything. You are enough. And your whole point of being here is to enjoy yourself. I hope that makes sense, Nancy. Just don't work yourself too hard. Give yourself a break. Allow yourself to stop and enjoy yourself. It's kind of a cliche, but the whole thing about it's the journey, not the destination. You're meant to enjoy the scenery. So, yeah, be good to yourself. Put down your burdens. Put down what you don't need to be carrying right now. Especially if it's someone else. Especially if it's someone else's stuff. You know, if we're trying to take care of other people, if we're carrying other people's crap, then we're not helping them to grow. Because it's those challenges, those things that, you know, you've gone through your own challenges, you've gone through your own learning, you've become who you are now through the challenges you faced. And why would we take that away from others? I mean, we want to make someone else's path easier and smoother if we can. But if we're taking away their lessons, then we're not benefiting them. So, I hope that is helpful. All right, so Jeff, you are our 6th contestant. And then I'm going really fast. I don't know what's happening to the time. But then I'm going to do, since Valerie wanted a card, I kind of pulled one as she went out the door, but I didn't get to tell her what it was. So I'll do that after Jeff, because she's in her car listening on her phone. So, all right, Jeff. Let's see, what guidance do we have for you this week? Okay. All right, Jeff, you got rabbit. What? Behind the rabbit? So rabbit is about creativity, you know, the whole Easter and spring thing, creativity, fertility, rebirth, all of that. And what rabbit represents is especially creative opportunities. You know, like they try to tell us that opportunity knocks once. It's like, no, it doesn't. You know, rabbit, I've heard rabbit referred to as the popcorn of the animal kingdom because they're so plentiful, right? And everybody eats them. And so if you go after one rabbit and you miss it, there's always another rabbit coming along, right? And so it's like creative thinking, creative troubleshooting, thinking outside the box. You know, rabbits run in a zigzag. They don't run in a straight line. And so your, straight line path is going to look, it might seem straight to you, but to everyone else is going to look like this. And people are probably like, where the hell's he going now? And, but you find your joy and your fulfillment in so many diverse things that it's this constant back and forth going to different things. And that's what keeps you from being held down, if that makes sense. It's by exploring all those diverse things and traveling back and forth to different things, different circles, different environments, different people, that brings you your vitality, that brings you that love of life. And that is your joy. That is what drives you, right? And so don't be afraid to be doing the zigzag. That's awesome. And your world is more bountiful and fruitful because of that. Oh my God, you just got a new flute with a rabbit carved on the top. I love synchronicities. I never, as often as I see them, I never get tired of them. But, so, don't be afraid to just keep moving. What rabbit in reverse could be kind of like deer in the headlight kind of thing. So it's like, and you get overwhelmed, just keep moving. If rabbit stops, someone's going to come eat them. So it's like, keep that movement going. Keep on moving. Swimming, swimming, keep on swimming. And just look for the shiny things. Like, oh, what's that over there? That's shiny. Oh, what's that over there? That's shiny. And just keep following that. That is your path. You are so welcome, Jeff. My pleasure. All right. I wanted to, let's see if I can find, I felt a little bad because Valerie had to leave before I got going. And she didn't get a card. She wanted a card. And I pulled one for her as she was going out the door, but I didn't give her an explanation. So I'm digging through the deck right now, looking for that card. This, of course, is going to be on, there it is, almost on the very bottom. Hey, Roulette. Actually, I might have time for a couple more, so hold on a minute. I'm going to do Valerie. So Valerie, when she was leaving, I pulled the card Elk. And Elk is about stamina. Elk is about being able to go the distance. Again, the idea, keep moving, keep moving. When elk hits its stride, he can run for hours and hours at the same pace. And it's that allows him to outdistance the predators, the wolves or whatever, because predators tend to be sprinters. And so they have that initial burst of speed, right? So I was doing a reading and I was telling someone about that. And on the table in front of me, I was kind of mentally picturing elk getting further and further ahead of the wolves that were on his tail. And all of a sudden that horizontal picture flipped vertical. And I realized that it was about raising your frequency. It's like, I was just telling someone today, like one of my new favorite sayings is that you'll never get where you're going if you stop to throw rocks at every dog that barks at you. The dogs are barking, let them bark. Keep going. You know where you're going. You know where to go. You know what your purpose is. You've got your purpose within you. You've got direction. It's just keep on moving. And the thing is, like elk, the stamina, you will have all the energy you need to get there. The universe is not going to give you a vision or give you a desire or a passion to do something without helping you get there, without giving you the energy to complete the task. So trust Spirit. Know that you're going to get there, hell or high water, and that there is no one that can hold you back. When you hit your stride and you're confident in that stride, no one can hold you back. Okay, love? I hope you're able to hear this. I know you're in the car right now. All right, so let's see. We've got 3 more people who would like readings. So let's see if we can sneak you all in. I don't know if I'm talking fast or if I'm not going into as much detail as I normally do, but let's see. So Roulette will do a card for you, and then Joe, and then Cheryl. Thanks for watching, you guys. I know it was kind of confusing because normally I was doing it at 8, but for the longest time, I've wanted to drop back to 7 o'clock like I started when I started this a couple of years ago. And I no longer had the scheduling conflict, so there was no reason. Of course, that I have the video tonight. Anyway, so of course the night that I changed it back to 7, a friend of mine whose radio show I was going to appear on was like, "Hey, can you do the 15th?" I was like, "Sure." From 6 to 7? Okay. So I was a couple minutes late starting this video because I was still on her radio show. And that might be why I'm talking so fast, because I was just doing readings for other people on her radio show. Anyway, so Roulette. All right, Roulette, you got the turkey in reverse. Turkey is the giveaway bird. Turkey, just like the story of the first Thanksgiving, whether it happened like that or not, turkey is the giveaway bird. It's because one bird can feed so many people. It was already traditional to be given to others to feed families or whatever. And so the Native Americans saw turkey as kind of an embodiment of Mother Earth herself, that bounty, that having so much to give. And so they would start taking care of turkey. They knew that if they saw to turkey's well-being, the healthier and stronger turkey was, the more she would be able to help them. And so it became this reciprocity, right? And so in reverse, it can be more of like a sacrifice, so kind of a martyrdom, like you're giving more than you're getting. And so the question is to ask yourself, where are you expending your energy where you're not getting anything back? It could be people, it could be a situation, but there needs to be an energy exchange. And that's, not, how do I put it, even from a, commerce kind of thing, it's like what you do puts your energy out into the universe and helps others. And if you're putting that energy into areas that are, it's like you think of it as a spiritual money pit, right? You're putting all that energy into some place where there's no growth, where that energy is just disappearing and depleting you. Then it's time to cut those cords, to claim that energy, to bring that back to you, and to put your energy where it is of better use. And to see to your own well-being first. Like the thing with the planes and the air masks. It's like you have to put the air mask on yourself first before helping your neighbor, because if you're passing out when you're trying to give the air to the neighbor, you're both going to be out of it. So see to your own well-being. Shift those priorities to put yourself first, because you can't help anyone if you're not coming from a place of power. Like Abraham Hicks said something about how you can't get poor enough to help someone in poverty. You can't get sick enough to help someone who isn't well. The only place to help is from power, is from love. So you have to take care of yourself first before you can make a difference in anyone else's life, okay? So take care of yourself. All right, Joseph. Hello, Patty. My good, dear friend. It's good to see you pop on. All right, so Joe. You're telling me to shuffle it better. Okay. All right, Joe. Joe, you got the wolf, but in reverse. And so wolf is, wolf kind of is the divine masculine. You know, canines are seen as kind of masculine. They're the guardians. They're the ones that hold space. And they get their power from the divine feminine, Grandmother Moon. So in reverse, it's kind of what my first go-to is that you're not believing enough in your own inspiration. You're trying to make things happen without the inspiration. And when we do that, like I was just telling Roulette, you're expending energy into directions that has no effect. You know, when we're just running around trying to fix things, all we're doing is rearranging things. There's no real true change. There's no real true healing happening, because all you're doing is rearranging the boxes. But when we tune into this divine feminine, whether you're a man or a woman or other, the divine feminine is the source of life. It's the source of inspiration, inspired, inspirited. So trusting your spirit, trusting your guidance, and then act, and then make manifest that inspiration from the feminine. That's the masculine's duty is, I don't know if duty is the right word, but that's the masculine's role, is to make manifest the inspiration of the feminine. It's to expand and create from the feminine. And so don't worry about what you're supposed to be doing. Don't worry about what it looks like. Trust your own visions. Trust your own inspiration. Trust your own passion. Follow your bliss. And by doing that, whether people like it or not, you will actually be in more harmony, even with those who don't approve of you, than if you do exactly what they want you to do. So, you know, and wolf is also the teacher. And in reverse, it's kind of like we're being held back. It's like the wolf pack always has the scouts that go ahead of the pack to explore the land, to find the safe routes, to figure out what lies ahead. So it's like being on that leading edge. And so you're meant to be on that leading edge, to bring back that information, to teach the pack what lies ahead or what's the best route. And That's what you're meant to be doing. And a lot of people won't like that. A lot of people won't approve of that or understand that. But that's even more of a reason to do it, because that's how real change is made. That's how real healing is made, by going ahead of the norm, by going ahead and finding different paths and exploring and finding out what's beyond the horizon. You know, again, approaching life with that sense of curiosity and adventure, rather than, oh, I know exactly what's behind that tree, and oh, I know exactly what's behind that hill. Oh yeah, there's going to be this species of whatever, blah, blah, blah. What's behind that hill? I need to find out for myself. I need to explore. You're meant to be an explorer. You're meant to be an adventurer. Give yourself the wings to do so, okay? I hope that makes sense. All right. I'll do one more for Cheryl. Let's see who's going to come and work with Cheryl this week. All right, Cheryl. You got Coyote in reverse. And so oh, cool. So Joe, that actually meant awesome. Good. I'm glad that made sense to you, Joe and Roulette. So Cheryl, sorry about the interruption. So Coyote in reverse. When Coyote comes up in reverse, you know, Coyote is the trickster. And a lot of people don't like the trickster because he interrupts the routine. He brings in the unknown. But what he's really doing is nipping at your heels, trying to get your attention, not to make you fall and humiliate yourself, but as a way to say, come on, let's play. When Coyote comes up reverse, it's a sign to take a step back and take things a little lighter. Ease up on the seriousness. Because at the moment, it's kind of like coyote medicine is like tripping over your own tail. Like Wile E. Coyote, getting caught in your own traps. It's like overthinking things in your head. And it's time to get into your heart and allow yourself to loosen up a little bit. You know, even if you have to schedule it, schedule yourself time to play. Schedule yourself time to go do something you enjoy, something whimsical, something nonsensical. Because it's from that place, I took part in this ritual ceremony a few years ago, and everyone, when they got there, we were it was like celebrating like the salmon and the health of the oceans and the water and stuff. And when I got there, everyone was kind of like, oh God, what are we going to do? It's hopeless, all this stuff. And then we did the ceremony. And ceremony is an excuse for your inner child to play and to dance around the fire and to put on masks. I actually have a salmon mask I made, and I put on the mask and I was dancing the life of a salmon. I was jumping up the waterfalls and I was doing all kinds of stuff. And then I died at the end, and I let my mask just kind of fall off my head onto the altar in the middle. And when we got done with that ceremony, everyone was uplifted. Everyone was lighter. because we got the chance to play. We got a chance to illuminate those places in our hearts that were being weighed down by details, by facts, by expectations, by the impossibility of doing things. And so it was that lightness of dancing, of playing, of connection with others that allowed us to open our heads, to open our minds to possibilities rather than the obstacles. So let yourself play. Like Oscar Wilde said, life is too important to be taken seriously. And it's in those places of lightness, those places of relaxation. To use another example and to brag about my family, my brother is an engineer with 3M. And he just recently invented, I wish I remembered exactly what it's called. He invented this packing material. It's made out of recycled paper, and you don't need as much of it as some kind of, let me see if I can find it. Anyway, he figured out a way for this interlock, like this paper is perforated in ways that when you pull it tight, these tabs pull up and they hold each other and they bind each other around whatever you're trying to cushion. And it's amazing. It uses less stuff than you would with bubble wrap. It cushions things better. It fills out the boxes better, and it's recycled and can be recycled. And he got this idea while he was swinging on his hammock up at the cabin at the lake. That's when inspiration hits. It's when we're letting ourselves enjoy ourselves. It's a creation. You can't create from a place of tension. Creation is an opening. So allow yourself to open your heart, allow yourself to experience something joyful, something happy, something fun every day. Yeah, so I hope that's helpful, Cheryl. I hope that makes sense to you. But know that everything, I don't want to say everything's going to be okay, but it is. So, especially if you got Coyote playing with you along the way, and like I have my default setting for when I'm stressed out, when I'm tense, when I'm having a hard time, everything is overwhelming. I go to Whose Line Is It Anyway? And I watch old YouTube videos of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Find an excuse to laugh. It really is the best medicine. It heals the body. It loosens like some endorphins and stuff that help the body physically. It opens your mind to be able to see more connections, more possibilities. So find excuses to laugh. All right. Oh, that's perfect. Cool. Yes, I do too. I love that show. Yeah. So I actually, when I was married, my ex-wife, and this is part of the reason she's an ex-wife, is she forbade me to watch that show because I laughed too hard and too loud and it hurt her ears. So anyway, that is one of my all-time favorite shows. Guaranteed belly laugh every episode at least once. So that is our time for tonight. I thank you everyone for joining me. I hope you will join me again next week. Again, 7 o'clock. We're doing 7 o'clock from now on Monday nights. And if you enjoyed this, if you would like a reading of your own, you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, and you can see the different services I offer, see what resonates with you, reading or some healing or whatever it is. I know, me too. Yeah. Thank you, Rudette. And you can sign up for a session with me right on my website. We can do it in person or over Zoom. And then on Wednesday nights, I was doing a sacred pipe ceremony on Tuesday nights for the last, I don't know how many months. And my schedule just loosened up, and I'm going to go back to Wednesday nights. So if you usually tune in to Tuesday nights to the sacred pipe ceremony I do at 7 o'clock Pacific time on my Facebook Live, I will be doing those on Wednesdays again at 7 o'clock. I like it better being in the middle of the week. It feels so much better. So 7 o'clock on Wednesdays right here. If you feel like spending time, it's kind of, to me, it's like setting up a sacred space once a week for people, like a touchstone, kind of to touch in, to be able to find a moment of connection to spirit, a moment of serenity, letting the world off your shoulders and stuff. And that sounds good to you, check me out on Wednesday night right here for that. And what else? Oh, and I gratefully accept any donations if you feel so moved. My PayPal information will be down below this video. When I post it, I'll post this to my Facebook page and also upload it to my YouTube channel. I have a Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel where you can watch over 2 years worth of these readings. Pick one, if you got a question, pick one at random, play it. You'll be surprised at how relevant the guidance is you get from it. So check out my YouTube channel, subscribe and like my videos, please. I guess that helps me up in the rankings of helping other people find it. But anyway, I will have my PayPal information below. So if you feel so moved, if you've enjoyed this, got something out, I gratefully accept donations. Thank you so very much. Thank you those who have donated in the past. You guys are a blessing. I thank you and I love you so much. Anything else? I think that's it for now. I'm probably forgetting something, but I'll talk to you next week. So I hope you do return next week, spend this hour or so with me. And this is one of the highlights of my week. I love this so much. And you are a part of that. It's like that exchange, that energy between us is so luscious, and I love it. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. And come back next week, invite your friends and share this video. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And so now that I'm rambling, I think it's time to go. So thank you so much for watching. Know until the next time I see you that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Go shining. All right. Bye.